Rivermen fans, I'm Jason Ruff, along with Rivermen head coach Jean-Guy Trudel. It's time for another edition of Coffee with Coach, presented by CXT Roasting.
See the new cups that Tristan got?
They did got your new cup, eh?
Oh yeah, a little CXT right here. Thanks, Tristan.
There you go, Tristan.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Coming in clutch, eh?
He was here the other day.
Yeah.
Made coffee for the whole team. Phenomenal. Just like, what a great human being.
That just gets your morning off right, especially with the boys getting ready to go off for a hard practice. You get a good cup of coffee, you just feel energized.
And he does it with the right water and everything else.
Yes.
I guess that makes a big difference. So he brought everything for us. And so we appreciate Tristan. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
Tristan.
We had a great practice that day because of you.
Absolutely. And we have great shows every other week because of CXT Roasting and Tristan.
Absolutely.
And folks like Tristan. Well, Jean-Guy, looking back, one game is already in the books, a 5-1 victory on the road in Quad City. What did we learn about this team and about the players you have on this roster right now from that first game?
A few things. First and foremost, I think we have kids that really want to get better. That's the biggest thing that we learned, me and Eric, the last week or so when everybody came in. We got some new guys in, and we have a phenomenal group of young men that want to get good. Now, the other thing we learned is we're very far away of where we want to be. A lot of things to clean up, but I think that's like every team in our league or any team that starts a season with only 7 days of training camp. You know it's going to take a little while, especially like we didn't have one D that was with us last year in the lineup except for Fenton that had a few games, like 7 or 8 games. So for us, it was more about like just seeing how we're going to battle, how they look, the compete level. And I thought we went as hard as we could in the first period until our legs kind of, shut down a bit in the second. And in the third period, I just love our reaction. We had a 2-1 lead, and in the third period was kind of a smooth period like we like to. We always say, we have to be textbook in the third period to make sure we bring it home in style. And I thought we played pretty well. We didn't give that much compared to the second period where I felt like our guys just looked extremely slow, extremely tired.
Yeah, the Rivermen outshot 20-8 in that second period. How big was Nick Latinovic making multiple big saves against some of the better scorers in that Quad City roster?
Well, I said it all summer. Nick's been our boy. He brought us our championship. We feel like Nick is the best goaltender in the league, and he keeps things calm. Guys want to play for him. He's a phenomenal leader, and we're so lucky here in Peoria to have him. So we're excited, and then we're going to see also Jack this weekend. So that's another guy I'm really excited to see because Jack made some big strides last year. And kudos to our coach. Eric Levine. It's not a lot of teams, at this level or the CHL level that has a pure goalie coach on staff every single day working with them. So I think, if you ask Nick or even Jack, I think a lot, of that success comes with Eric preparing him every single day, and it's amazing what he does for those guys.
I think when you have a goaltender that can slow things down, kind of calm things down, especially when you have seemingly almost everything going against you, and like it was in that second period, that kind of gets understated, especially with a lot of young guys, a lot of new guys on a roster, doesn't it?
Yeah, the problem with the hockey game, you're such in a bubble for that 60 minutes that you forget a lot of things. Like for us, it's more about understanding that those goalies that are great goalies make the big save when at the biggest time. Yeah. Sometimes they can give a goal here or there, but when it's time, like in the second period, to shut the door down, I think Nick just kept him calm, and it looked easy. Yep. He was always set. He was always in the right spot. His depth was great, depending on the numbers coming back door. He was just reading the game extremely well. And same for him, though. He was saying his legs were, but you can't see it with him. He's such a professional and such a, he's smooth. He's always smooth in there. So it was nice. We know that game we owe a lot to Nick, but also I think we did what we had to do. We saw some great things that we're starting to get within the way we want to play offensively. So we're going to get there. It's a work in progress, a lot of new guys, but again, extremely happy with our leaders also. Bearsy came up with 2 goals, and Fox and Barks and all our big guys, McChesney, all our big guys kind of came to play when they had legs. And then after that, but it's like everybody, like I said, these guys, a lot of those guys have to work in the summer. So they don't have as much time to train as an NHLer. So, it takes a little bit longer.
I was just about to mention Alec Bear had the last 2 goals in the night, and especially that leadership group really taking control in the third period. What did you see out of your big leadership core that you really liked?
Well, I liked it because I thought in the second, some was fatigue, but I think the mental part wasn't just there. I thought in the first period we played a pretty good period. We only gave up like 6 shots, and I think maybe the boys thought maybe we can just bring it home and kind of, play so-so. And we can see Quad City, I mean, they have, I think, 13 or 14 guys coming back, so they're a good hockey team. And we saw when we just kind of took it lightly that what happens. I just like the reaction. Like, we weren't happy after the second, but I like the reaction in the third to come in and stick together. I think we were way more connected in all three zones, and it made a big difference.
Lazarus Cable, 3 assists in his professional debut. What did you see in his first professional action that really makes your eyes light up? You told us in the pregame open that you think this is a kid who has a high ceiling. What did we see in that game that reaffirms that view?
We saw that he's very poised with the puck, but like everybody else, I think there was a lot of mistakes away from the puck that we have to kind of clean up. And but for me, I'm just excited to work with Laz because, my first year pro, me and his old man were, here together in this locker room. And I think it's cool that both our sons right now are playing together. And Laz has a very high ceiling. And I really do believe the kid wants to buy in. So once he buys in away from the puck, I think he's the next, he's going to get his opportunities at the next level. I think he's got that high of a ceiling that I think he can do extremely well at the next level if he just fixes a few things away from the puck, and which he will, because he wants to learn, he wants to work. And you got to remember also, he just came in 2 days before that with a long travel from Tulsa, only had 1 practice under his belt. So it takes a while, but I thought he was very poised with the puck. He's got a great shot. His vision was good, but we just got to expand it a little bit. But that was, great first showing for a guy that just traveled all the way here, and we're just happy because he's a great man, just like his dad was and his family is.
Oh, comes from a great Rivermen lineage, eh?
Absolutely.
So when you talk about how the team can get better, what was the biggest aspect from that first game that you want to see get improved on for this team?
One is our physical condition, for sure. I didn't think we sprinted. We're a pressure team. To be a pressure team, you have to be in great shape, and everybody's got to be connected. I felt like either it was conditioning or 2 was also the connection part. 1 guy was off, but again, I think 3 of the D we got 2 days before that game. So, it's hard to build a connection when you just got all these players. So I think the 2 biggest thing was sprinting to our spots defensively or offensively, and also the conditioning part to be able to play fast in a pressure game where we eliminate absolutely all time and space, and I didn't think we were there yet.
Right. Now, obviously the big news this past week is Idel Denier, the defenseman from last year, coming back to the Peoria Rivermen. How is he going to help this Rivermen D-core that you have just continually been singing the praises of?
Well, I think Ayo came last year, and with his injury and stuff, he wasn't really time to learn what we do here. He's got a little bit of a grasp, a little bit more than other guys, but he still didn't play as much. Because of the injuries, or he was nursing an injury when he came in, so it was hard to practice him that much. So I think he came in also a very mature young man compared to last year. I know we have an expression that maybe doesn't sound good, but we always say to kill the boy and let the man grow. I think he became a man this summer. He put in tons of effort, skated pretty much every day, which skating was his part of his game that he had to get better. I feel like his eyes are a lot better because he's way more stable on his skates right now. But again, we only saw him for 1 practice, but Ayo is going to be a big positive on the way we want to play, because he's big, he's long, he likes to finish, he likes to do what he has to do. And like I said, I think he's a lot more mature. So with maturity and leadership becomes becoming a great teammate and a great Riverman. So I think we have high expectations for Ayo. It's all about how much work he wants to put in. But I feel like the way he is right now, he's got a lot of confidence and he wants to be the man. And that's the first thing. You want players that want the rock. We want players that want to be, in the big situation, and he wants that. Now we know he's going to make mistakes, but if they're hard mistakes, we can live with every day.
Last question about last weekend before we get to this coming weekend, the home opening weekend against the Fayetteville Marksmen. Who do you think on your roster quietly had a really good game that really impressed you that might have flown a bit under the radar for us in the broadcast booth?
Yeah, well, we thought Foxy was the best player on the ice from both teams. Just his second, third efforts. He had another goal that was in the back of the net that they refused. So, he scored a few goals, and but his F1s, he never gets beat. Second, third effort in battles, won a lot of his battle. But to be honest with you, the guy that I was most surprised is Mac McNamara. Really? I was telling one of our coaches, Mac, the first 2 days, he doesn't come in as a guy that's overly aggressive, overly fast, overly physical, overly strong. And I remember starting the small area game, I think 4 days in camp, and that tells me a lot about IQ of players. And man, now I could see why he put up that many points in college. And I thought, honestly, on tape, not one time he was out of his spot. And now defensively and offensively. And that's big because we can teach, skating and doing what you have to do and stuff. But for a guy to always be sprinting to where he needs to be to help the team offensively, defensively, in all three zones, and have the intelligence to actually follow the structure that we want, you can do a lot with those guys. When it was his time to go in front of net in the offensive zone, he was there, attachment. When it was a loose puck, he would get that recovery. His eyes were great. He was building walls. He was doing everything that we teach in practice, and he's just been with us for 10 days. So again, he changed my mindset 4 days in camp, and especially that last game. We went from a guy that, we just wanted him to, munch on minutes to a guy that I'm expecting that he's going to get way better. And I honestly think that guy could start putting up some points and doing extremely well for us also. So he went, like I said, from a guy that, he's going to do well, but you're not sure, to a guy that we need in the lineup right now.
Well, you've said on a couple occasions on this show, you need two of the three. When you look for players, you're looking for them to be good people, to have the smart hockey IQ, and have skill. As long as they have the first two, you can work on the third one. It seems like he has. McNamara has the first two.
Yeah, because if you have the first two, it's really easy. You want to be able to work and teach. That's one. The good person always is teachable. And then the number two, the IQ. Even if they're not the biggest, the strongest, you can still have phenomenal games with a high IQ. And then the third one, of course, the heaviness and stuff like that. For me, I always say you have to have 2 out of 3. And then from there, you can build the skill and everything that you have to. But he had zero fear, went in every battle, was in the mix all the time, yet smart, hands-free all over the place. Just little things that not all players at this level are able to do. So it was nice. And then you always want to reassure yourself by watching film. But after watching all his shifts, the kid just played a really, really solid hockey game.
I look forward to seeing more of him, especially this weekend. Home opening weekend against the Fayetteville Marksmen. Friday night, obviously, Bruce Sauer's opening night. Upper Bowl tickets just $12, plus a magnet schedule giveaway to the first 1,000 fans, courtesy of the O'Brien team. And then, of course, on Saturday, it's the Halloween Spooktacular. The Rivermen wearing specialty jerseys. All Upper Bowl and select Lower Bowl tickets will be just $9, plus it'll be a Carl Health Care giveaway for a nice little keychain that also doubles as a bottle opener.
Whoa.
You could use one of those. I could use one of those.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't drink that much, and I don't drink beer, but hey.
My dad could. My dad
could.
He loves his Coors Lights.
There you go.
But, you look at the start of the home schedule, 2 games against the Fayetteville Marksmen, Colby Muse and the Marksmen coming into Peoria. The Marksmen, in years past, hasn't been a team the Rivermen have faced a lot, but this year is going to be different. What are you most looking forward to about this matchup and about this weekend home opener here at Carver Arena?
Well, I think it's good because it's early on in the season, so, we're not where we need to be, and they have a lot of players back. So I think it's going to be good for us to see against a team that's already kind of dialed in, to see how we can perform, how we can do things, where they're at. They just added Mike Moran. That's a big piece in Quad City last year. They added him. So they have a pretty darn good team on tape. And for us, it's about trying to see where we're at with our group against a team that's been together for a while. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see Muser, just a great man. So I'm excited to see him after the game. And, say hi again and have a chance to chat with him. So it's going to be exciting. We want to play the best teams possible, and we feel like right now Fayetteville, with their core players all back, and with a really good, I think they have 2 really good goaltenders, both that were here, in the past. So we know both of them really well. So it's going to be a great, challenge for us to see where we're at with our young team, with all our new guys, our new addition. Yet, even if we don't have these that played with us last year, when you have the Corey Dennises and the Nick Parody and veterans that know how to play the game, it gives you, we still feel like we have a good decor. Now we just got to get a little bit more connected. And that's going to come with time. But we hope this weekend's a big step in that direction.
Well, it should be a fun weekend indeed. 7:15 puck drop both Friday and Saturday night. The Peoria Rivermen hosting the Fayetteville Marksmen. Should be an exciting matchup, to say the least. Guy, looking forward to it.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
And again, last thing, Tristan, appreciate it, big man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Tristan. For Jean-Guy Trudel, I'm Jason Ruff. This has been Coffee with Coach.
Oh, that's good coffee.
Presented by CXD Roasting.